Hey guys, it's Wheeling the Gamer Girl here, and for today's short video that I'm actually going to demonstrate is actually how you can actually on the Windows shutdown screen on your computer. Now, a lot of the new versions, they don't have the shutdown icon, which actually features options, and eventually these are only for the older versions as well until Windows Longhorn, if I'm not 100% mistaken about it. So yeah, for the newer versions, all you got to do is to press the Alt key and also the F4 key, which the F4 key is actually whether or not you want to brighten your keyboard. Now this is actually a feature that doesn't actually feature on the older generations of Windows. And I do believe that, there are some versions that may feature this icon, which is the F4. It actually brightens up your keyboard. So yeah, I've been trying this a lot of times. So today we're actually going to walk you through the Windows icon, which is actually the shutdown windows. Now you don't see this every time, but I do believe in the older versions of Windows you get to see these icons, but in the newer versions of the shutdown icon you don't see it. You'll actually see some options as well. So anyways, let's just get through this video and try the test out. Since I press L4, and F4, it worked. Okay, so this one is right here, the icon. You don't actually see this anymore because this is actually for the older versions of Windows. So actually same thing as always, because you'll probably actually will see this when you're using a Windows 11 computer. I think for the older versions they still have this icon button, but unfortunately they do have the Windows logo, but this one doesn't have the Windows logo. Instead it actually has a computer icon, and this is what you'll see when you want to shut down. So it's like, what do you want the computer to do? So you actually do see like a lot of options right here. So you'll see like switch user, sign out, sleep, shut down, and restart. So one of the reasons why I don't recommend users to try out the sleep mode for their laptop is because the PC actually does stay on, but it actually uses the low power, but the apps actually stay open. So once you log back into your computer, you're instantly back to where you left off. So I don't actually recommend the sleep symbol actually, because sometimes when your computer sleeps it will have some problems. I know I tested this one out for previous laptops. So yeah, so I do believe all of them are the same except for sign out, because actually for sign out, it's because it's actually used on the newer versions of Windows, and I think for the older versions, which includes until Windows 7, they don't actually have it. But I think for Windows 8 back in 2012 they actually added that feature. So I don't think none of it changes from the shutdown Windows icon except for sign out, because this is the thing that you'll probably see when you have the newer versions of Windows. And actually this is actually nothing, like your start just closes all the apps, turns off the PC, and then it turns on again. For shutdown, it just closes all the apps and turns off the PC. For sleep, it uses low power, but the apps actually do stay on when the PC wakes up. It instantly starts you back where you left off, like your work, your reports, anything, etc. Sign out. So it actually just closes all the apps and signs you out, but it does not shut the computer down instantly. Instead, it signs you out, and then you have to switch to another user. So next up we have like switch users. So it's like 6 users before closing the app. So actually there's not a lot of changes for the shutdown Windows icon, because actually you can use the Alt key and the F4 to activate it. I'm not too sure why the older Windows don't have that feature, but I think the newer Windows, they do have this version. So I think that's one of the reasons why they added that version in, because actually when you see right here, let me just take it back. So this is actually the key right here. So you probably see like a lot of these kinds of stuff right here. You know, the power. You got lock, sleep, shut down, and restart. So for lock, you get to lock your computer. So this is actually the icon that you don't see on older generations of the Windows. So yeah, that's actually one. Not a lot of change though. So I think when you actually just, you know, put the right name, so you just put like shut down or sign up, they actually do have more options. So not a lot has actually changed in the past. So yeah. So that's actually all for this video. If you do have any questions about why your laptop may have this feature, please do let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.